Here with John Boothe today, who's normally my training partner. So we train together 3 times a week, and we have done for the past 5 years. So I started training Johnny when he was 70, took up bodybuilding at 70 years of age. It's never too late, is it, John? And how would you say it's gone so far over the past 5 years, Johnny? Yeah, very pleased with it. So what we're going to do today is take you through a basic session that I do with John, and we're taking into account different limitations that somebody has at 75, albeit Johnny doesn't have that many, certainly not anymore. So we're going to do some footwork to begin with. So this is basically making sure that the calves are kept strong, the Achilles tendons, the proprioception of moving, being light on your feet. We're going to do some sled work. So we're going to pull some blood into the knees for knee health. We're going to push the sled forward. So that's going to train the hamstrings and the posterior chain. And it's also going to develop knee health. So the tibialis anterior and the quadriceps are going to be worked a lot as well. After that, we're going to do some TRX rows. So something that me and John work on a lot is John's posture. So having had a sedentary job for 50 years, sorry to keep giving your age away here, Johnny. So John worked at a desk for a very long time. It's sort of trained this posture into John. It's called kyphosis, and most people have it. So we're going to do lots of TRX rows in order to get those shoulders back and get that posture back up again. John has got a few deteriorations in his shoulders. It's just something that happens with age. So there's a little bit of onset of arthritis. So we try to keep the shoulders mobile with flexibility and appropriate training protocols. So we're going to work through a triple set, which I'm going to explain a little bit more later on. Then we're going to do some plate overhead press once the shoulders are freed up. So that's going to use the cardiovascular system a lot, and we're just going to take a plate from the floor above the head and try and get John's heart rate nice and high. And then at the end, we're going to do some hammer curls because
I really like them.
Exactly. So that's his reward at the end. We're going to pump the buys up. So we're going to begin, and we're going to see how we get on.
Okay.
Once we start, we're going to go every minute and half a minute. So every 90 seconds, John's going to go onto his tiptoes, and he's going to pretend that he's got ink on his heels, and he's not going to get any ink on my nice carpet here. So he's going to go to the first marker, back, second marker, back, third marker, back, all the way to the end, nice and light on his toes. He's also going to be running backwards as well to develop that proprioception. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, off you go, Johnny. That's it, nice and light on your toes. That's it, push on now, John, let's go. That's it, twinkle toes. "30 seconds gone. Nice. Good stuff, all the way back with 40 seconds to spare. So John did that with 40 seconds left on the IMOM timer. So his rest is now the rest of that 90 seconds. So he's got 30 seconds left, then he's going to do that again 4 times. So it's going to get his heart rate nice and high. 1, off we go. Nice. We'll edit that bit. That's good. 2 more to go. Maximum sprint now to the end, let's go. Super fast, super fast. Nice, a little bit quicker that time, 43 seconds left. 1, yeah. That's the one. Ink on your heels, remember, Johnny? Ink on your heels. Yeah. This one's a little bit quicker. Let's keep on the pace. Nice. Yeah, push on, push on, push on. Good work. And go. That's 50 seconds left, John. Push, 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 push. 44 left. Nice. Getting a bit quicker each time. Yeah. Oh yes. That's it. Nice and light on those toes. Stay up on those toes. One minute left. Let's get the PB. Yeah. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Good work. Good stuff. And rest. Nice. So what we didn't say at the start there was when John comes in, he always comes in a little bit early, and we are very keen on maintaining leg hypertrophy and mobility in the legs. So we have had periods in the past where Johnny's had a little bit of trouble with his quadricep, just like day-to-day life, done a lot of gardening and walking and things like that. But we've rehabilitated that and it's very, very strong currently. So we've been using the bike erg at the start of every session. Johnny does between 100 and 200 calories before we start our lower limb work, just to make sure that he's properly warmed up and ready to go. Eat each time we do it, all right? And we'll do this on a 90-second IMOM as well. All right, we'll go there, back, rest. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, real nice. Sweet. And go. Oh yeah. Bit faster, let's push on, Yep. Breather. 30 seconds left, I think. That's it, fast as you can on this reverse now. Let's get twinkle toes on the go, that's it. On your toes. It's great work, great effort. .36 seconds left, so you're gonna have 30 seconds rest in between this. It's gonna get quite hard for the next two, Johnny. Deep breaths now in your recovery. Take some deep breaths, rest. Deep breaths. It is worth noting here, so I've been training Johnny now for 5 years, and yes, he's 75, but I've got him very, very fit. So this is an example of where you can get to. So for those of you who say, oh, I'm 50 now, it's too late for me, I'm 60 now. Johnny started when he was 70, and he was completely sedentary. You were not this fit, were you, John? Let's be honest. Nothing like. So it can be done, but you've got to have the will to do it. Off we go. Nice. Let's go a little bit more power if you can, John. Just a bit more power so you get a little bit more recovery. That's it. Twinkle toes now. Fast. Fast, fast, fast. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go. Little boost, go on. Remember, we've got one more after this. He doesn't like me to help him. Doesn't like any assistance, do you, Johnny? Super fast. Fred Flintstone, twinkle toes. Good work. 20 seconds left. That's why I give you a little bit of a boost. It's getting nasty. It's getting real bad. After this, we'll have 90 seconds recovery before we move to the level 3 first aid anyway, if something terrible happens. Off we go, Johnny. Super fast now on the reverse. Let's go. Fast feet, fast feet. Yep, keep going, and go. Should see him mow his lawn though. It's done in about 5 minutes. Get it, Johnny, get it, get it, get it. "20 seconds. Let's go. Nice. Okay. TRXs are going to be next. So we're really going to work on the squeeze part of this. So what we need to hypertrophy is the rhomboids, the trapezius, the rear deltoids. So we're going to develop all these muscles in the back. So they're going to get stronger, so it's going to pull the shoulders back and free up these shoulders so you've got more range of motion. This is something we work on an awful lot. Still got a little bit of issue with kyphosis. Most people will at some point in their life, especially if you've had a sedentary job, especially if you do a lot of driving, but you can mitigate that by doing these kind of exercises. So it's something we always do, isn't it, John? Yeah. And John's got very efficient at doing them. So perfect form now, Johnny. You are the demo, right? Let's get some absolutely perfect, squeezy, stretchy TRX rows. They're your favies, aren't they?
No pressure there.
No pressure. Right, so let's go every minute on the minute and a half for 15 reps, as steep as you can. Let's get that posture right up, chin up, chest up, squeeze at the top, stretch at the bottom. A little bit more of a squeeze at the top, Johnny, just a bit more, so we definitely get those rhomboids firing. That's the one. Nice. Yeah. Nice. So this is worth saying as well. Very often when me and Johnny train, we do something called you go, I go. So very often we train together, don't we, John? Yeah. And we always have like a little saying. We say, let's get going, no talking, no eye contact. Now, I've been training Johnny for 5 years. There's not a lot of chat, is there, Johnny, while we're training? But there is afterwards. So the other day, went to the Hollies, we had a nice coffee, we had some eggs, we sat down, we chatted life. But when we're in here, we're working, aren't we, John? And that's the way John likes it. Yeah, we're here for a job. It's business when we're in here. So the other way that we do that as well, if we're on something slightly different, we use this IMOM timer. So as soon as that dings, as soon as we hear that go, we're away, aren't we? Yeah? So we're keeping that intensity high. And that's a great tip for PTs. Get on a timer, and then there's no excuse. Off we go. Nice. Really good. Nice. Nice. Five to go. 4, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. Okay, one more set to go. So what we're doing now is we're making sure that there's plenty of blood in that upper back section before we work the shoulders, right? So this is gonna warm up the upper body perfectly, stimulating the rear delts as well. So you've got 3 main parts of the shoulder. You've got your posterior deltoid, your medial deltoid, and your anterior deltoid. Before we start doing any lifting above the head, we're making sure that we get a little bit of blood in the shoulders, and we're trying to sort this posture out as much as possible before we get into doing stuff like that. So it's systematic what we're doing. It's not just cobbled together, oh, we'll do a bit of this, bit of that. No, no, no. It's systematically laid out in this way for a reason. Oh yeah. Five to go, Johnny. Nice. Okay. We're going to do some side deltoids. Sorry, Johnny, I'm using you as like a scientific dummy sort of thing. So we're going to do the medial deltoid. So we've done the rear delts. Now we're going to isolate the medial deltoids and then the anterior deltoids using the battle ropes. So we're going to do a seated lateral raise. So using this box, I'm going to use 2 dumbbells, and the width of the box is kind of working for us in terms of the form. So sitting up nice and straight, dumbbells are going to touch either side of the box. So you're already in that tension position. Then you're going to raise up to just below a T shape. Yeah, we don't want to go to a Y shape, because then we're lifting that ball and socket joint into a dangerous location there. So we might trap some bursa sacs and get some bursitis, which we definitely don't want to do. So we're just going to go shallow, just underneath the T, and then down to the touch, like this. We're going to go for 15 of those, Johnny, yeah? Then after that, a little bit of cardiovascular spiking as well. We're going to use these battle ropes, which weigh about 5 kilos each. So like this, we're going to lift up and slam down like so. We're going to get 20 of those, unfortunately, John. Sorry about that. It's like this. Like that for 20. And we're going to do 3, maybe 4 sets, depending on how blue your lips go. Okay? So have a sit over there, John. I'll get you water for you. Posture up as much as you can. Hot air balloon here. Nice straight spine. Don't break a T shape. In fact, go just shallow of a T shape because of the shoulder mobility that we've got at the moment, all right? So let's have a go. Nice. Very slight bend here as well. Don't lock them out. Slight bend. And the reason why we don't completely lock them out is when we do that, the wrist flexor, the wrist extensor here, if you lock your arm like this, a lot of the load goes into this area here, and it's a very common way that people get tennis elbow. So you want a very slight bend here, and then your elbow leads your wrist. And that alleviates tennis elbow, lowers the risk of it massively. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we've got tennis elbow yet, have we, John? No. That's not been one of our issues yet. Okay, into the battle rope slams, nice and powerful for 20 reps. Let's make some noise. And go. Leave the back out a little bit and get those arms doing the work. Stop. Okay, we're just going to correct that a little bit. So at the moment, just stand there, John. So there's always feedback in these sessions. Most of the time, we don't say a lot, do we? Because Johnny's very, very good. But occasionally, things go a little bit wrong like that. So what we don't want to do is use the back to create the momentum for this. So then it was like this, and you're using your spine erector, because we're pretty good at deadlifts. Johnny's got a really strong spine. That's something we've worked on a lot for his posture. He's letting his dominant muscles take over here. So there's a few issues with the shoulders, nothing with the back. So he was overcompensating, he was doing this. What I want is for you to free those deltoids up. It's a little bit like Karate Kid, this one. Paint the house, wax on, wax off, right? So don't lift them as high, but let's make sure that the shoulders are doing the work. You get yourself into this sort of horse riding stance, keep your spine in a neutral position, all right? It doesn't matter how high you lift these. Even if you lift them to there, it's still your deltoid doing the work. So let's go again, but we'll go for 10 reps. Straight away, Johnny, I'm afraid.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No time for water, Johnny. Let's get 10 out. Get those front delts doing the work. Keep your spine straight. There we go. Get 20 then, that's cool. 9, 10, 11. Stop, right. And through these sets now, we're just gonna try and get that motion bigger. Yeah? So at the moment, you're painting the fence like this. We wanna do big strokes painting the fence. Paint the fence. Okay? Little breather. Let's go again. 3, don't break that T shape. Make sure that elbow leads the wrist. Remember, the elbow leads the wrist. A bit wider than that. There. Sit forward. Slight bend, bit wider, wider. Follow me, follow me. Okay, straight into that rope, let's go. Big range now, let's get 15. Bigger range, paint the house. No. Big range. There it is. Yeah. Keep going. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stop. Where are you feeling that?
What about here?
Where?
I don't know.
Go think about it.
Here.
Okay, yeah. Front deltoid. So we've done the posterior delt when we did the TRX rows. Then we did the medial delt, sat here, isolating, elbow leading the wrist so we don't get tennis elbow. Now we're raising up and down. That's what we want to do. Front delt. So we've just systematically gone round the deltoid. Let's go again. I'm going to sit here, John.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's get this form brushed up a little bit more. Too far forward. Yeah. And that will shift the load from the medial delt onto your front delt, won't it? But we're already getting the front delt with these ropes. Yeah. So we're isolating this. So the movement really is just lateral. It's just out to the side. So be really conscious of doing that. I'll try and pull you back if you move away. All right? Sit up as straight as you can. Let's load you up. 1, 2. Yeah. Now posture up as much as you can, super straight. Don't worry about the height of it. Yeah. Don't worry about the height. Worry about the width and the control of your elbows leading. Okay, off we go. Yeah. There it is. 2, bit wider, 3, there. 4, sit forward. 6, there it is. 7, bit wider, wider. There it is. Slight bend. Stop, that's it, in we go. Big movement now, let's get that front delt working. 20 of them, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's get one more set, yeah? Think about the wordle.
I've done that. In 3.
Do it in 3?
Yeah.
There you go. Off we go. 2. 5, slight bend. 6, yep. 7, 8, 9, slight bend. 10, because we don't want that wrist extensor to come into play here. Just want these medial delts. That's cool. Done. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Stop. Nice. You almost used your back at the start then, and then you had a word with yourself, didn't you? You had to stop it, didn't you? Mentally. Right, let's do some flexibility. So if you ever sit down there, John, I'm just going to get the Swiss ball.
Okay.
Something that's really helped with the flexibility of John's shoulders is getting the pectorals and the lats more flexible. So very often when people have got limited range in the pecs and in the lats, it compromises their shoulder range as well. So what we're going to do now is try and stretch the pecs here. Then after that, we're going to stretch the latissimus dorsi down here. Now we do a lot of work on the latissimus dorsi, and we do a lot of work on the pecs to build overall skeletal muscle mass, which is something that you lose a lot of as you get older, unfortunately. But whilst we've been training, we've put loads of muscle on, and the bench press has gone from barely being able to bench the bar to at peak, John. I don't do it as much anymore because the issues with the shoulder. Over time, you know, John's not Benjamin Button. He's a human being, even though he's super, super fit at 75. But we go for a few more reps, but we were up to the yellows. So John was benching comfortably at 75, 10 reps on 50 kilos for 4 sets on an IMOM timer. So it's pretty extreme what he's doing. Have a sit down. So we've sort of worked this out over time. We've built the range over time, but this is something that we do quite regularly. A bit of a strange position for me to get in. And we just start it real slow. You can do this. Is that all right, John?
Yeah.
This is just a feedback loop now of me not snapping John in half. But what we do as well sometimes is we lie onto a bench. John will just lie on his back in that position. I'll give him a dumbbell, like 1 kilo, 2 kilos, something like that. And John just lets the dumbbell slowly pull him down for like a minute, 2 minutes maximum. Can you go a bit more, John?
Yeah.
Let's hold it there for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Really good to do these with the bands as well, because the bands are just so forgiving. You feeling that, Johnny?
Just a bit.
That's major, isn't it?
You've not clicked yet.
And of course, the temptation is occasionally to let this band go, but Johnny's so good to me, I've never done it to him.
Oh.
Yeah. Just leave that for a second, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do a couple of sets of this. Each time I'm just going to stretch Johnny a little bit further. Just give him a few breaths in between. How you feeling?
Fine.
Yeah? So after this, a bit of plate overhead press, and then we'll finish on the curls. The hammer curls are the treat at the end.
Well, the TRX are a bit of a treat for me as well.
They are. It used to be a Greg's the Baker's pasty treat, didn't it, John?
Yeah.
But now it's a set of hammer curls. That's the treat of the day. What a turnaround, eh? We always joke and say they closed the pie shop in Widnes when Johnny started coming here. And they did. Bit more? Yeah? Sometimes they just, all of a sudden, they'll just come back a little bit further. You okay? And he pays me to do this to him. Enough? Okay. Yeah, I did. This one, yeah? You okay if I lean all the way back? Yeah. Slowly does it though. There's a lot of trust involved in this, because I just really want to let that go now. I can't tell you. I'm only messing, Johnny. I'm only messing. Yeah. So 10 more seconds. Okay, right. Just to test that range of motion now, so we've systematically gone round the deltoids there. We've started on the rear delts with the TRX rows, we've moved to the medial delts with the lateral raise, and then we've done some plyometric work really, some fast-paced work with the rope to yield a bit of a cardiovascular output as well, just for fitness. Then we've stretched everything, we've loosened everything off, and we're just going to test that by doing a few plate overhead presses, which will yield a little bit of a cardiovascular response as well. So we're going to go 2 sets, 15 reps, plate overhead press. Okay? Let's go.
Okay.
Nice. And if anybody wants to test how fit they are, who's watching this at home, and you think this is easy, get a 15 kilo plate and press it above your head like that 15 times, and then shut your mouth and see if you can not breathe through your nose. Very tiring. Shut your mouth, Johnny. What a guy. What a guy. There's this tribe of like warriors in Mongolia, right? And they all have to be like super fit to be able to go in like this part of the army. And one of the tests is they take a mouthful of water and then they have to run to the top of this mountain and then run back and then spit the same amount of water back into a glass. You know, so they're only breathing through the nose going up the mountain. It's kind of what we're doing. Bit of useless trivia for you there, Johnny. Let's go again, last set. Edit that out, Johnny. Off we go. 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. 5 to go. 4, 3, 2, 1 left. Right. Breathe through your nose. Let's have a look. Lips are going blue. That's decent. That's decent. That'll do us. Before he passes out. Right, hammer curls. You've earned your treat now, John. What do you feel you can do? So sometimes we can do 15 kilo hammer curls with very, very good form. So the type of form that we do when we do curls, we never curl too far away from the body like this. So as we curl up, we curl back like this, touching the pec, then we come back. We tense the tricep, touch, tricep, touch. And you can either do it this way or the hammer curl way, getting the different parts of the bicep. Johnny can do 15 kilos, but he's just had an extensive session there, so I'll leave it to you, John. What do you think you can do? He never shies away. Normally I just tell him what to do, but he's always only too eager to do the heavier weight. What do you think? 12 and a half? Or 15? What do you want? First set 15?
First set 15, see how it gets.
Is this because you're on film? And you want to show Pauline?
No. Just because I want to do it for me.
Okay, good. Good answer. Here we go. No swinging, remember?
Yeah.
Nice. 2, full range. 3, 4, 6, 5 to go. It's mega. It's mega. Yeah. 2. Make it. Come on. 3. It's getting hard. Let's go. 4. That's great. 5. That is mega. Got to think what he's doing there. 15 kilo concentration hammer curls without a swing at 75. It's pretty awesome. Should we go 12.5 so we can get the tackers? Yeah?
Because the technique was going a bit.
It was to the end, but that's a good thing. So when you're lifting weights, let's say you're going for a rep range of 15 reps. If you were going for something like 5 reps and you're maxing out, there is an element of danger. We don't do that, do we? We don't go 1 rep maxes and 3 rep maxes at 75 years of age, because your joints have a shelf life. And so far, touch wood, Johnny, have I injured you much?
No.
No. So that's, go on.
I think it's fair to say that actually it's satisfying to get the technique right.
Yeah.
You know, weight's one thing, the technique is a very nice feeling, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. And the thing is, a rep range of like 10 to 15 reps, if you're failing on 8, 9 or 10 or 13, 14, 15, well, you know the rate is right for you. If you get 15 reps without any struggle whatsoever, you can probably go up. So we kind of use that as the canary down the mine of what we should lift. So 12.5s, you're pretty comfy with these. Let's see some absolutely perfect tackers. So posture is perfect, shoulders are back, and squeeze. That's it. Full extension of those triceps as well, Johnny. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here it comes. Dig in. Yeah. 12. Come on then. 13. Get him, get him, get him.
14.
Yeah.
15.
Nice. What was that doing again? Dropped a dumbbell on his thumb. That's the only injury that we've done so far.
Complete carelessness.
And it was not me, it was him. But it's coming off that, I think.
20 kilo dumbbell.
All right, don't show off, Johnny. Everybody knows that you're strong.
No, I was moving it. Not for me.
I get Johnny to pass me my weights over, you know, in between sets. And those 12.5s. What do you think?
What do you think?
Let's go for 10, and then if the form deteriorates too much, I'll drop set you onto 7s. Go. You keep the count. So what we're going to do here, Johnny's getting a bit tired, but he's a very stubborn individual, so maybe he will get them. But if he does fail and his form absolutely goes to bits, we're going to drop set with round about half the weight. This is when you use your drop sets.
10.
Nice.
11. 12.
Oh yeah.
13.
He's too stubborn.
14.
Yeah. No swinging. 15. It's a great set. Great set. Hold on.
God. 2, 3, 4, 5.
No swinging, please. Take that swing out, you big swinger. That's it.
9, 10.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Let's get it.
3, 4, 5.
Come on. What about a drop set with the 7s for no reason? Let's get 10 out. Why not? Biceps can't get too big, can they, Johnny? Let's go. 2, no swinging. 6, 7, nice. 8, there it is. 9, there we go. Bicep bonus.
Thank you very much.
Hold on. If you don't mind, Johnny, if it's okay with you, if you want to say a few words just about training at Ultimate Fitness Cheshire and the one-to-ones that we have, Johnny will just impromptu say what you think.
When I get my breath back. It's one of the best things I've ever done. because when I got to 70, I felt 70. I definitely don't now. I'm much stronger, I'm much more agile. And the enjoyment I get out of actually doing it, it still staggers me. The important thing is that I think to have trust in your training, because you know, I'm doing some things I never thought I'd get anywhere near doing. And I have to trust that Mike knows that it's safe for me to do that. And I've never had the slightest doubt about that with Mike, Jeff, Lee, or anybody else I've trained with here. So 3 sessions a week is absolute part of my weekly routine, and it's great.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Johnny, for that. Appreciate it. Nice one. If you like this video, please click and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.